very own online personal stylist, and welcome to another episode in my summer style series. Now today we're getting a little bit DIY. Yeah, it's a brand new for Miss Dress, because one of the questions that I have been asked a couple of times recently is what can I do with my old jeans? And I've come up with this brilliant idea about turning them into shorts. Because one thing I know plenty of my clients struggle with is they go through the knees on the jeans, yet the jeans are a really good fit, yet now they're completely redundant. So what are we going to do? So shorts are the answer. But, you know, before you feel the panic come over you at getting a pair of scissors and hacking away at your jeans, let me give you some tips on how to do it and to do it well, like a style pro. Okay, so you're going to need 4 items, of course. Said jeans. These are a really old pair of jeans that I've had. I don't know, we can't really see on camera, but they've got a flared bottom. So not a look. So the fit of the jeans is amazing. I bought them in New York years ago and I've never been able to part with them because the fit is so good. So now I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to take a pair of scissors to those and we're going to do it together, brave it out together. You're also going to need a tape measure. Now, if you don't have a tape measure, a ruler will do. And if you don't have a ruler, go out and buy one. You're also going to need a pair of scissors. Now, I would say try and get the sharpest pair of scissors you have in the house. If you have a pair of blunt scissors, it's going to end up a big old mess. So a good pair of scissors is essential. And then the last thing you're going to need is either a piece of chalk, and if you haven't got a piece of chalk, a pencil will be absolutely fine. All right then, so here goes step 1. Now the first thing you need to do is to put on your jeans and stand in front of the mirror and mark off where you want them to end, where the short leg you want to end. And then you want to put a little chalk mark where you want that to sit. And then you want to create one that's 2 inches deeper below that line. Now, this is why it's so important to have a tape measure, because as you can see with my jeans, the waistband obviously isn't straight. So when it comes to measuring them, you want to make sure that it's equal distance around the waistband, and then that extra 2 inches is also is equidistance. Now, a word on length. We're talking about jean shorts here. So the nature of them is that they are going to be a shorter short. So again, I'm going to leave it down to you to decipher whether you feel it's age appropriate and whether your legs are right for a short short. But it's better to take off less than more, because once you've made that first cut, you're committed. So if you're unsure about the length, make sure you go just a little bit longer, because then of course you can cut some extra off. And also just remember, you can't go too long, because you know what jeans are like. If they're too long, they're going to look like cycling shorts, and that equally isn't a good look. All right, so the next step is that now that we've got the marks on one of the legs, we're going to do exactly the same on the other. And then comes the fun part. We're going to get cutting. So just to make sure you're completely clear, you're going to cut the bottom line, not the top one. That comes into play in a little while. Now, just make sure you lie the jeans down on a flat surface, because they need to be completely flat in order to get a perfect cut. If you're trying to do it standing up or on some sort of rickety old table, you're not going to get a perfect finish, and once you've got one jagged cut, then the jeans are ruined. So flat surface. Now I'm going to be back in a couple of secs with the completed cut pair of jeans. Okay, so I've done the cut and I now have a pair of shorts. Ah! Whew. That was a bit nerve-wracking making that first snip. Anyway, now we're on to the next part, which is now to turn them into to actually finish them off, because already I can see that that short shape is going to be great for me. So you've got two options here. You can either go shorter now that you're trying them on and making sure that the length is right. Remember, if you need to take more off, then do it, but do it bit by bit. So let's assume that you've got the right length. Now, if you want to, you can now go up a little bit higher. So just sort of like half an inch below that white line that we've created at the top there, and then spend a couple of hours fraying the jeans. You can do that if you want to, you can knock yourself out. For me, just making the mere cut was enough creative customization for one day. So the reason that we've created this second line is because now we're going to turn up the jeans to create a cuff so that we hide that raw edge. Now, in order for the jeans, because the likelihood is they're going to be quite tight in the leg, in order for them to not dig into the leg and create that unsightly shape on the legs, we're going to make a very, very small cut at the bottom there, so about approximately half an inch, and that just means that the jeans are just that little bit looser when they're on the legs. So that's done on either side, and then the reason that it's 2 inches above is because you fold it up an inch and then you fold them over again. She says, trying to do it. Oh, I think it'll work when they're better, when I've got them on. Now, once you've done that, if you're struggling like me to get them to sit in place, you can just iron them flat, or if you prefer, you can just stick a stitch in there as well, depends on what you fancy. So I'm gonna go and put these on and show you the finished results. All right, so here are my finished pair of jean shorts. And already they have become my new favorite item in the wardrobe. And best of all, they were free. Hooray! So I hope that this video has helped you to pluck up the Dutch courage to make that first cut to your pair of beloved jeans. Now, I know this is a bit of a tricky one, so if you do have a question you want to ask me relating to creating or cutting your jeans, then pop it in the comments box below this video, or you can send me an email, dress@miss-dress.com. Talking of videos, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down in the corner there, because Bianca and I are churning out these babies every single week, and we have got plenty more style advice coming your way very soon. So stay tuned in order to pick up everything that you need to take your style from down here all the way up here. That only leaves me to say, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I shall see you in another video very soon, rocking your new jean shorts.